Welcome back, guys, for the third issue of Halo: The Rise of Atriox. In this issue, we see Atriox's right hand, Decimus, attempting to recruit a Tovan Kig-Yar scientist named Sig Raan to aid the Banish's cause during the Human Covenant War. But things take a turn for the worst as Raan unveils her latest creation. So without further delay, let's get right into it. This is Rise of Atriox, Issue 3. The comic opens up on a Banish-controlled cruiser during the Human Covenant War. After gathering all useful material for their rebellion, they prepared to leave the system when all of a sudden hull breaches began compromising the ship. Atriox executed the chief engineer for his failure to stabilize the ship, and tasked Decimus with finding a more trustworthy engineer that will be a more valuable asset to the Banished rebellion. Decimus then traveled to the lush planet of Atriox to recruit an old comrade of his, a Tovan Kig-Yar scientist named Sig Raan. He and his brutes reach a secret Covenant research facility on the surface of the planet, where they are ambushed by a squad of Ungoi heavies. But shortly afterwards, a holographic projection of Sig Raan appeared and ordered her grunts to stand down immediately, and welcomed Decimus into her facility as an old friend. As Decimus and his men enter the facility, we see that the facility's personnel consist of Tovan Kig-Yar scientists, which is my second favorite Kig-Yar subspecies, second only to the Ibishan. Now before we continue, let's take a look at Sig Raan. She appears to be wearing what looks to be a modified champion harness. When I first saw her left eye, I thought that the red optic lens was a cybernetic attachment, though after looking at the original armor, I'm now convinced that it's used to aid her scientific endeavors. Looks like the designers chose to have her look like a mad scientist. Moving on, while giving them a tour of the facility, she presents Decimus with her greatest achievement, an ultimate unveils army under her supreme command. By using a device that mimics the sonic and pheromonal signatures to command the drones, she becomes their surrogate queen. Decimus then offers her a place in the Banished with her drone army, but she opts to kill them for the Covenant as she has gained much under their religious regime. Decimus and his brutes are quickly overrun by Raan's unveils army, as she observes while being carried by a drone. Let's stop and look at one of Decimus's brutes. He appears to be wielding a storm rifle. Now, seeing that this issue takes place during the Covenant War, this may have been an earlier variation of the storm rifle, as they were used by storm units during the war. The Banished could have procured this weapon after seizing a Covenant supply ship. It's a minor thing that caught my eye, but I thought it was worth sharing. Anyway, Atriox then appears before Sig Raan as she gloats of her army's might. It appears that Atriox sent Decimus to see what the Tovan was working on. Atriox then smashes through the unveils to support Decimus. As the Banished began crushing the unveils, Raan attempted to escape until Decimus shot down her drone carrying her, and she fell quickly to her death. The comic ends after the Banished secured the facility, as Decimus began to understand Raan's control module and assist to Atriox that the drones would be a valuable asset to the Banished. Atriox, however, crushes the device, stating that the Banished don't control others to fill their ranks. All who encounter the Banished will join freely. And that concludes issue 3. This series is getting better and better and better with each issue. It's beginning to show us what kind of leader Atriox is becoming, as he won't control others to join him like the Covenant do. He wants others to join him freely. This reminds me of how he convinced the Silent Shadow team to join the Banished from Tales of Swift-Space. This issue brought back a fan favorite, the Tovan Kig-Yar and the unveils. And as always, the art is utterly fantastic. My only gripe with this issue was Decimus. I felt like he was only used as a recruiter for the Banished, and we didn't even see his barbaric side that we seen in Halo Wars 2. It's a minor thing, but it bugged me. But overall, this issue was utterly fantastic in terms of story and art. Rise of Atriox issue 3 gets a 9 out of 10. Next issue will most likely focus in the post-war era, as we'll see how Atriox convinces Shipmaster Let Valir to join the Banished. On Twitter, we've seen some amazing art designs for this issue, particularly the mix between the H4 Sangheili and the Reach Sangheili, so be sure that I'll geek out once this issue comes out. But until then, may Urus's everlasting light shine upon you all. Victory to Clan and Kin Covenant Warriors. Covenant Cannon out.